I'm Diana Kramer.
I'm Carolyn Alexander.
I'm Erica.
Most of these people have never met. They come from different backgrounds.
Yeah, I'm a business owner.
I used to work in a restaurant as a server and a manager.
I work for the city of Noonan.
I am an upholsterer.
I'm an electrician.
And I'm an advanced EMT.
Some can't hold a job because of the tragic twist that makes all of their differences disappear. How many of you were accused of abuse after walking through the emergency room doors at Children's Healthcare? Just about everybody.
My son went unresponsive on August 11th of 2023, and he was life-flighted to Choa Eggleston.
Bailey Collins and her husband were accused of shaking their baby, causing a brain bleed.
I lost it. I just lost it.
The reasons that brought these parents to Children's Healthcare vary.
I was actually sent to the emergency room by our pediatrician because I noticed a lump on her arm.
In our case, my daughter was 5 months old when we noticed some swelling on her leg.
Our whole situation was weight loss.
But once in the door,
They were immediately taking my 2-week-old daughter's clothes off, checking her for bruises and all of this.
They ran an x-ray and they found a fracture on her leg. And I broke down immediately because I know my daughter has never fallen, had any accidents, anything, and I know I'm an extraordinary mother. They said they would run some tests. It still hasn't crossed my mind that they would ever even try to take her away. I just assumed we would figure it out.
Everyone was whispering about us. I saw one of the nurses type her friend and say, there they are, there's the parents.
I trust them. I just want to tell them every single detail. They used that to arrest me and say that I'm abused my baby.
and within hours of that accusation, for many of these families,
We were there for no more than 2 hours, and they separated us, questioned us, and then told us that they were taking our son from us, and we were immediately escorted out of the hospital by police. And that was the last time we saw him.
you haven't seen him since. And how long has that been?
3 years.
How many of you knew you were talking with a child abuse pediatrician when they were in the room asking you questions?
When we spoke to the child abuse pediatrician, we didn't know initially she was a CAP. We found this out later once we got our medical records.
I actually didn't find out until we went to court.
Same.
Well, he didn't meet us in person. He called us on the phone.
Well, parents understand and want doctors and defects to protect children. They question how much they truly want to find out what's going on.
I wanted to get more follow-up x-rays. We kept asking and pushing for more follow-up x-rays, and they wouldn't do it anymore.
Did they say why they wouldn't run those tests?
They just said there's nothing wrong, there's nothing wrong.
I came from Romania as an orphan. I was very tiny. Okay, maybe she got my genetics somehow. It was just like a slap to the face, no, we're not going to listen to you because you're wrong.
After I got custody of our grandson, I went to all kinds of doctors. And one of the first places was Emory Genetics. He refused. And he said, it's all right here in the computer. It's 100% abuse. I'm not doing any genetic testing. And I told him I was willing to pay for whatever. And he just flat refused.
Yes, I can attest to that too. We've tried other options like Kaiser, Permanente, and as soon as they see what Showa has put in, it's like they don't even want to talk to you anymore. Their whole tone changes.
If you get a diagnosis, people don't believe it. The court system does not believe it.
Even if these families manage to get custody restored through juvenile court, many still have to fight criminal charges.
I'm facing a lot of charges right now for something I didn't do. I have 18 counts, 2 for each fracture. I'm facing 360 years in prison.
We won our juvenile court hearing, and the court ruled in our favor for my son to be returned home. But since we're out on bond, we cannot be alone with him, so he's still living with my parents.
For 10 months, Tucky Willorat couldn't live or even talk to her husband.
I'm so lucky that I have friends who can pick me up from the jail and let me go home to them and sleep with them.
The time frame of first bringing your kid into the doctor to having them taken, less than 24 hours, and it takes almost 3 years to have them back home. How is that, a speedy trial? How is that allowable?
Who here has spent more than $25,000 trying to fight to get their kids back?
I even had to, sell everything out of my lawn care business, taking that kind of hit.
We're $100,000 into this. We have loans that we're paying back, and we're barely making it.
These families say they are living proof something needs to change. How many of you feel the primary motivator of the process is to truly protect kids from abuse?
Shame on you, and this is gonna stop.
Take off the blinders when certain things don't line up. Everything is just not, by the book.
I don't think that every case requires you to have to contact the police, because any investigation that DFACS would have done on their own no longer happens, because you're automatically guilty because police are involved.
I believe there should be a second opinion. I think that's what they've done in Illinois and Texas. Especially with our case, me and Carolyn, our doctor was in training. She wasn't a child abuse pediatrician, yet she still tore up our lives.
Someone who's a child abuse pediatrician isn't a geneticist. They're not a pulmonologist. They're not endocrinologists. They're a child abuse pediatrician. Their specialty is abuse. Their specialty is not to look at other medical conditions.
Protect your kids, protect yourself, learn your rights.
You need a lawyer to take your kid to the hospital.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.